It's a Christmas miracle! The TDS winter update is coming! Let me just take a hot second to remind you guys of my original prediction release date for this update that I made way back on January 1st. So I'm actually going to predict that the update will be ready for release in a month. So beginning of next month, early next month, something like that. Look at what day it is. This means if this update drops on Friday, I would be exactly right in my prediction. When are you people gonna start listening to me? Now, I want to make it clear up front that no release date has been announced. I wouldn't be so irresponsible as to say the update will be on a certain day only to not have it released on that day. I mean, who would ever do such a thing? No, this is all speculation on my part based on recent changes to the game in Roblox and on leaks dropped in the Discord. But before I start going over that stuff, go ahead and crush that like button. One like equals one good deed for the day. You might have noticed that for the past couple of months, my leak videos have been getting released at the end of the month. That's because there just hasn't been many leaks getting leaked to us, so I didn't have anything to cover. And I don't want to do just a short video covering a couple of leaks, so I wait until there's enough pics and videos to really drop a ton of info on you guys. Now here's the deal, just since the beginning of this month, a ton of new stuff has been released to the Discord. That's one reason I think the update's on its way. It's because the images they're releasing are either finished products or they're close enough to being finished products that the devs feel safe releasing the footage. The main reason I think the game's about to update is that they finally changed the thumbnail from the Halloween image to the good old regular TDS pic. I think this is to break up the event so they don't just go straight from Halloween to Christmas. I mean, who would go straight from Halloween to Christmas in February? Are you crazy? Besides this simple visual change of the thumbnails, nothing else about the game has been disturbed. The Halloween lobby's still there, the Halloween event is still there, the freaking Halloween song is still blasting, and the description for the game is still providing the Halloween info. So I think that the thumbnail being changed is the first major sign that they're getting ready to roll out the winter event content. Okay, now let's go over the massive amount of leaks that have come out since my last video. Actually, let me just start by reminding you what I covered in my January leaks video. This will give you a better sense of just how much content the devs are preparing to release. The most prominent feature that the devs have been repeatedly releasing info about over the past couple of months is the new matchmaking system. This makes sense because it's a huge change. Recently, I've been going over and playing other tower defense games that use matchmaking systems that are much more like the new system TDS is transitioning to, and I just can't help but feel like the elevator system is the worst option for starting a game. Not being able to choose your teammates, having to stand around waiting forever for a certain map to show up is so annoying. So this is a much needed change that should really increase accessibility for groups that like to play together. Now I'm going to do something that I didn't do in my last video, which is take a closer look at this footage. First off, why is this a vertical recording? Is Raz a boomer? This is how my mom records stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. Let's check out the tower interface in the lobby. Looks like we're going back to the square boxes from the circles we've had since the hardcore update release. It also looks like the towers are going to kind of stick out beyond the borders of their box. I'm not sure if this is a bug or if it's intentional. I think it's a cool look either way, and way better than my poor Nico getting her head chopped off. The whole middle part of this footage is just them matchmaking, but the really interesting stuff is at the end. Look at the map they load into. This is definitely a Grass Isle remake. They've taken the 90-degree corners and turned them into 45-degree turns, and the hill where we usually place our rangers has been given a more realistic look. In fact, the whole thing is less cartoony. I think that's the point. Now go ahead and look back at the UI. It looks like all normal towers here: Scout, Mortar, Minigunner, Commander, and Rocketeer. What's new down here is this tower placement indicator. So we're going to be able to easily see how many towers we've placed and how close we are to the limit. Of course, the limit changes depending on how many people you're playing with, so that's a clean feature to add to let us know how many towers we have left to place. And speaking of remade maps, and we were, here's your reminder that the Forest Camp map is getting a remake. This is the newer, more modern version. The basic path is the same with new structures and models spread throughout the map. This seems to be the way a lot of these old maps are getting upgraded. Here's another pic from the official Paradoxum Games Twitter account. This is most definitely Rocket Arena. You can tell because of the billboards it has, which are part of the current map setup, and the path design looks exactly the same. You can see that the path crosses right here in the middle, and instead of having just huge drop-offs to nowhere under the bridges, it looks like there's going to be a more realistic design that ties the entire map together. One thing I wonder about this map is how the placement space is going to change, because it looks like this building here is in an area that's currently open ground space. I'm guessing that's going to be cliff space now since we're losing the cliff placement spots where the bridge meets the main structure. It'll also be interesting to see how that changes the solo fallen strat for this map. And the last map leak I've got for you guys is the leak for Infernal Abyss. This is a major change for the map visually as the current version takes place in a hell-like environment. It now seems to be set on the surface of the earth in a kind of post-apocalyptic wasteland, perfect for the Slayer shotgunner. This again makes the map more realistic and less cartoony. I'm very excited to see what the new placement locations are going to be here. The visual changes are also going to breathe some life back into maps that have gotten kind of boring because they hadn't been updated in so long. And now, moving on from the map leaks, I have some leaks about specific towers. This first one is for the Militant. The coolest leak here is that he's getting a reload animation. It's very detailed, very clean, and I can't help but wonder, how is this going to work with the current Militant fire rate? Because he doesn't stop to reload, so when is this animation going to play? Is there going to be some change to his stats for damage, range, fire rate, and all that? I mean, technically the devs could give him the same DPS if they either increase his fire rate between reloads or increase his damage. Are other towers going to get the reload animation as well? Why would only the Militant get it? Again, the stats for all the towers can be changed so that reloading wouldn't affect their DPS, but is this really necessary? Do we really need all the towers to reload their weapons? My answer to this question is actually yeah, that would be pretty cool. For the simple reason that it makes the game more realistic, which if you haven't figured out by the map changes, is what the devs are going for. While only giving one tower a reload animation is kind of meh, having all the towers pause to reload when they run out of ammo could add for some cool variety in the gameplay and would visually be very interesting to see. But it also sounds like a ton of work just to reconfigure the individual tower stats to make this viable. And at the pace that TDS devs have been releasing new content, I wouldn't expect this to be put into the game for at least 6 months, maybe a year. But hey, it's good to have long-term goals. The other leaks for the Militant are just some weapon changes. These were uploaded by John Drinkin himself to the TDS Discord. First up is the new weapon model for the Militant. This is the M4, no fancy attachments or anything, just a straight up rifle. Next up is the 416. Now I'm not sure if this is going to be an upgrade on the M4 or if you're going to get a different weapon depending on the skin you're using. I say this because there's also an AK-47 for the Militant, but I can't imagine this is going to be an upgrade on the M4. It seems like it's going to be for a specific skin. And the final gun is the Scar assault weapon, the hammer. Now this is a gun for a max level Militant. We're also getting some new weapon models for the Rocketeer, 2 new RPGs, and a SMAW. These definitely go to different skins. Although all the Rocketeers have the big gun howitzer at max level, here's a pic of the new model for that. And now for the new skin I'm most excited for, excited for, the Cheerleader Commander. Created by Chemeries, she's gonna have a megaphone and her very own voice lines to cheer the other towers on. This first image is pretty basic of the model on a base plate, not a lot of detail, but this other image is so much better. You get a better idea of how she's gonna look, and I really want to know what this looks like at max level. Please tell me she's gonna have some pom-poms and will be doing backflips. Oh man, I can just feel the hate this skin is gonna get from the community already. Personally, I have to say it's nice to see some female representation in the game, but why are they always support towers? Female soldier win. And that's it for the new skins. Now I've got a new video that has a lot to unpack. Below Natural uploaded this to the TDS Discord on January 28th, and he said the new armory will include the ability to rotate your selected troops freely. This means you get to view your skins with greater detail. So the obvious news here is that you're going to be able to see your skins up close and personal from many different angles. Now, this is not exactly something I think the game needed. With all the bugs I see on a daily basis, it's hard for me to get excited about a feature like this without knowing that all of those bugs are going to be fixed with this update. I'm looking at you, Commander Cooldown Timer. But let's take a step back and take a more detailed look at this screen here. It seems pretty obvious to me that this is a new shop. The tabs across the top are towers, emotes, crates, zombies, tags, and items. We're already familiar with the first three. Those are the normal ones. But what the heck are the next three? What could you possibly pick for zombies? The first thing that comes to my mind is that it either has to do with skins or emotes. Are we actually finally gonna get dancing zombies? I doubt it. I guess it would have to be skins then. Like you can get a special zombie skin out of a special zombie crate, and then we can finally have the maid falling king. No, I don't think that's it. Honestly, it's probably just a tab where you can go and look at all the zombies, the same way below shows the tower in the vid. It might have their stats too, as far as what their immunities are and what their speed is. Moving on, I have no idea what tags and items are, but I do have this leaked pic that's been going around for a while. What it shows is a tag section and a perk section. So if I had to guess, I'd say that the perk section got renamed to items. So I'm guessing the items items are going to be perks that you get somehow, and you can bring 1 or 2 or a certain number into a game that'll give certain towers certain special abilities. You can see here that Molten Shot for the soldier gives a small chance for the round to set the enemy on fire. I'm guessing Frost Shot can freeze an enemy, and Haste will speed them up. I'm also guessing that there's different levels to the perks, with the higher levels being more likely to affect the zombies, and that's going to be something that'll add some variety to the gameplay. As for the tags tab, I really have no idea. It could be a way for you to search through your entire inventory easily using tags. It might also be the perk system, and items might actually be something like what Evolution Evade has, where you can bring a potion or some special item into a game that isn't a tower but can help the team out. So the final word on these last 3 tabs are just, I really don't know yet. And it's really frustrating me because even if one of these is the perk system, what's the other one? Now let's look at the rest of this image. The left side is obviously the inventory of someone that's addicted to Drake because they have the hotline emote 6 freaking times over there. The right side of this image makes me think that this is a crate tab because it says contents. It looks like we're going to be able to see the possible skins or items or perks that are in each crate so that we know what we might get. Usually when a game does this, certain items in the crate come along with a rarity. This probably also has something to do with the skin duplicate system that we've been talking about for over 6 months now. You're going to be able to see what skins you have and don't have in a certain crate. Then you know how likely it's going to be that you end up with a dupe. Of course, along with this system, we've also been talking about the ability to combine duplicate skins together to get upgraded skins or towers. It also looks like you can select to open more than 1 crate at a time. If you have a bunch to go through, you won't have to do that individually anymore. And that's all I have to say about this image. If you guys know what the zombies or tags or item tabs are, please let me know in the comments below. Even if you only have guesses or rumors, I'm interested to know what the community thinks is going on here. And the last leak I have to cover in this video is the sneak peek of the new winter skin from the upcoming event. The devs did a poll on Twitter asking which tower the community thought this skin belonged to, and I of course voted Rocketeer because yes, right as I was about to release this video, they announced it actually goes with the mortar. So the community was wrong because you guys actually thought it was Soldier. But because the devs are such nice guys, they released the code anyway. So for the next 24 hours, you can use code ItWasMortar to get 100 gems in Tower Defense Simulator. Oh no way! Breaking news! Someone call a plumber! Just as I was about to post this video, another brand new leak just leaked in the TDS Discord. Here's another new skin for the winter update. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do another poll on Twitter to see if we can guess what tower this goes to, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna guess Shredder. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Oh, and one more leak before I go. The official OST for the TDS winter event has been released on Focus's YouTube channel. For obvious copyright reasons, I'm not gonna be playing the song in this video, but I'll have the link to it in the description below, and I highly encourage you to head over there right after this video ends and check it out. It's really cool, and I'm pretty sure the thumbnail you see here is gonna be the thumbnail for the event. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button with your forehead, hit that subscribe button with your big toe, and turn on notifications however you can so you don't miss any of my amazing upcoming content. And while you're at it, go ahead and join my growing Discord community. You can do that at discord.gg/JustHarrisonThings. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, be safe, and never forget what I always say. Peace.